Okay, so we're here down in the family room, including putting a tasteful sticker on the front there. So first thing I've done is replace the stock steering links. You get a full width cross beam, and then you get a beam to go to the servo. Okay. Now the nice thing about all these, and whether you can maybe see or not, is they come with O-rings. This steering link has O-rings to separate it, and O-rings at this end, just almost like washers, almost to just allow it to move a little bit, so it doesn't completely lock into place. Obviously they've all got metal ends on the end, so you get away from, here's the standard one, which aside from being ridiculously weak and bendy, although again, as I said before, in fairness, it doesn't alter how the truck runs greatly, but they're all are these push fit circular eyes, kind of thing, studs, not great. So now I have two metal links in there. Obviously we can't push the wheels together, there's no movement at all there. What also I have done is, as you can see there, maybe the TREAL prop shafts are in, front and back. Now these are nice and sturdy. There's no real play aside from the play in the joints themselves, but there's no play on the mounts at either end. What I did have to do is take these 4 bolts and drop the whole motor assembly off this plate. This plate appears molded into the chassis rails, so I thought I could maybe take this off, but you can't, because you need to get in behind here to the screw or the bolt to put it on the ends of the gearbox. So you just take these 4 bolts out, the whole motor and gearbox thing sort of drops down a little bit, and you can get access in that direction. Obviously these ends it's easy peasy, but I have tried to match them as well, as I understand that's a very important thing to do. So we should see that the prop shafts are matched at either end. What I've also done on the front, I have replaced the outer portal covers with TREAL ones, and that's what I've got to do. The final thing to do on this really is add on the back one. So I thought I'd do the two myself, get familiar, and then do one of these with you, so you can get an idea what's involved. So let's get the wheel off first. Okay, so that's the wheel off. Now you can see from there, there's this strange sort of axle assembly. Here's the portal box. This is the hex hub, and there's this kind of, if I take that off, there's the pin. Let's get that out so we don't lose it. There we are. So you got this strange kind of lip thing here, and a gap. So on the standard setup, you do have, I mean, I guess it keeps the wheels away from the portal boxes, but you can see in there there is this kind of sort of spindly neck between the hub and the wheel. So we're going to come back to that. But let's get this portal box off. It's just 1.5 bolts. Now one of the beauties of TREAL products is they do come with new hardware, and I do choose out of preference to use their hardware. So these are round capped bolts, as you can see, maybe. See that one coming out, so it's got a round cap on it. And as I said in the unboxing video, this FCX24 came with metal gears already in here. And as I said, it seems to be, if your FMS24 comes in a box with opening flaps and you slide the container out, then it's probably got these in as well. Worth checking, obviously. If it's a sleeve type cardboard outer to the box, it maybe doesn't. It comes with plastic ones, and they're going to go quickly. So it's pop this off, and there you are. There are the metal gears already in there. There's not a whole bunch of oil. On the back of the portal cover we have 2 bearings, and these come out. I take that pin out. So that take the pin out, and then you can pull the shaft through. That's what you're looking at. And there's the 2 bearings, which we will also need out of there. Let's get these open. Not done a great job there. So out of bag, in the bags, and a bag inside there with the fixings in. So I'll just do one of these. There it is. There's our replacement bolts. Put you all up there. So, as I say, that's the original, and there's the TREAL one. So the TREAL one has got a square cap on it. Or, you know, proper cap on it. So I will use those in preference. Stickers. I've got an awful lot of TREAL stickers. And, right, so there's our portal cover. Now they do a replacement for the back as well, so you can have front and back brass. And they also do a cap that goes over, which weighs a lot more. So the plastic one only just registers. Okay, so it's twice the weight. They're not massively heavy. What I'm also going to put on are some of their new hexes, and those are also 2 grams. Okay, so the combined added weight, I'm putting 4 grams on, and I've taken off, there's the plastic hub. I mean, it barely registers, right? So, right, this is them wheel spacers. And they do look like spacers because they are taller. Can you see? There's quite a height difference. Now that height difference we'll come back to. When I put them on, you'll see that that's not quite genuine. But anyway, to business. Let's get this portal cover back on. So here we go. We're going to put the bearings back in. These do appear to be, and I should also say that these are standard bearings. These are the bearings it came with, and it does also make a thing on the box to say that this boxed version includes bearings. I can only assume that maybe the previous, the first release on the with the sleeve came with bushings in. Let's get this in the right way. So that goes back in there. We will take the right pin, the longer, skinnier one. There we go. There it is. Okay, we'll just keep that tight so the pin doesn't drop out, and try and get it roughly lined up to the cog. I can feel it seating in there. That's it. Good stuff. Right, so we're going to put the shouldered, square shouldered .5s back in. Okay, it's the last one. Now I'm not using Loctite because it's going into plastic currently. And I'm not over tightening them as a result also. Okay, so that's it nice, and you can see it spinning around nicely. Now let's look back at these hubs. So normally if I put the plastic hub back on, it will sit, as I've said, kind of proud. So there's this sort of skinny neck here. And on the face of it, the TREAL one looks a lot bigger, yeah? But this is hollowed out and it actually sits like that. So it's hard to tell, to be honest, whether it actually extends the wheelbase any, but I suspect it doesn't actually extend the track width, I should say. I don't think it extends it any. So I'm not really sure why they're called spacers, but maybe I'm doing it wrong. But that certainly covers that and then minimizes the gap back to the portal cover, which I can only say is a good thing. You know, the less chance vegetation can get wrapped around things, the better. So that's with the pinion. That sits in there, so you get a little bit more weight. And the wheel goes back on. Job's a good one. Yeah, and so that, what I'm really doing with this, trying to get rid of, I want to get rid of those bendy steering links because they look a bit dodge. The prop shafts, good stuff. You know, it gets a bit of weight down here. The port covers and the those nuts or hexes, they add a bit more weight as well. So there's a little bit more weight coming down the bottom of the truck. I have got brass rings coming for inside these wheels because I do like these wheels. I like these tires. I like the look. I think it suits what the truck's meant to be. I haven't replaced these links, the link set yet. I was tempted because they are a bit wibbly wobbly, but I don't think, you know, if I try and compress, kind of push the axles together, there's a little bit of a bend on there. You can see that one flexing just a bit, but I don't think that's a big deal. And I'm also quite keen to extend this out a little bit, so I would have longer links anyway. So I'm not buying the standard TREAL length ones. I would rather have wait till some longer ones come out. I know I can get some from McHugh, I think, off eBay, but to get them to the UK is stupid money, so I'm biding my time on that. And again, if you haven't seen, this is the standard O-ring oil shock conversion that they give you in the box. Okay. Bit noisy but no bobbly. Alright, so there you go. So I'm going to do the last wheel and then she's good to go.